Hey, how you doing? Fine. That's the other four-letter F word. But you'd only think it's fine because you're too busy to notice that it's bad. But you only think it's bad because I don't trust you enough to say that we're doing awful. But if I told you it's awful, it's only because I don't believe you care enough to hear how it's really horrible. And if you think it's horrible, well, that's just because you lack the empathy and pain vocabulary to know how it's actually terrible. But I'd only say it's terrible because I'm too tired to explain how we're miserable. And I only delude myself to say it's miserable when I can't face how it's truly unbearable. And I supposedly think it's unbearable because this is a sliding scale of experience, and I've lost all my perspective when this excruciating has become common. But all of my polite language fails to communicate that this is effing torture, and she doesn't want to be here anymore. But hey, you know me. I'm overly dramatic, right? It's only 4:30 a.m. and perhaps she's done writhing for tonight. For now, she's slipped into a fitful sleep from exhaustion. She's only crying a little bit. So I would call that better than the last 3 hours, right? So really things are getting better. And if things are getting better, then everyone knows that's good. And when it's good, it can't really be all that bad. So I'm so glad we resolved this, and you can keep on scrolling because we're all good here. Let's see. We're fine, actually. Whatever you heard doesn't really matter. You can't do anything about it anyway.
She's broken again, and surgery is so far from here, and it will be so horrible, and the pain is untouched by any medication, and post-op is hell. 1, 2, 3 days later, 3 years later, there's no chance. Having to listen to more writhing, waiting for nurses and doctors, and fighting pharmacists. Hell, horrid hell, lays ahead. We can't really be waiting for anything now. Somehow we're wasting time, waiting for something. The shoulder fell apart. This life fell apart. All things fall apart. It's shown through, it shows through, and I have no hope it will change. It was during this that she finally said it out loud. I was there when we found rock bottom. It took her just 16 years of on and off pain, 2 years of chronic level 7 pain, years of migraine, and then after 72 hours of excruciating, non-responsive, labor paining, gallbladder stabbing, during fever-filled flu when we were in the ER, that she went unresponsive. She wasn't there anymore. We could get no response from her while her 6 gallstones were stabbing their way out of her guts. And then she came to and told me that she'd had enough. I listened as she cursed God and begged him to let her die. She'd lost the kind daddy-like God of her youth, and she blank pain stared off to a God who feels distant and kind of smitey. Slow to hear her. That night, she asked me who God was and how I thought I knew him. I know him, and that he's not answering this. Waiting for the end, threatening to make it better for the others. The anger, the hurt, the bitterness, the betrayal, the sadness, the darkness. The darkness. We've been squeezed out. And we have nothing. And question into the silence. Save me, oh God. For the waters have come up to my neck. I am sinking to the bottom where I cannot stand. I am calling to you. Will you hear my cry? Save me, oh God. I have wandered and I cannot find your help. I am looking for you, Father, but my eyes fail. I am calling to you. Can you hear my cry? Oh my God, you've turned your eyes. Now my heart will satisfy. 'Cause only you have come to find me. Only you have come to pull me out. Only you have come to save me. Only you have come to wrap your arms around me. And in this darkness and in this cave and these walls, nothing in my power can pull me from this prison of my experience, my limited perspective. And I can only see rock. I can only see impossibility and jagged edges and spiders and roots and earth burying me in this sorrow and this despair, and I see no way out. God, show me a way out. Show me your light. Call me out. Pull me out. Let me see your truth. Let me see the world beyond these chains, these walls that I'm fighting my way through. This whole time I've been amongst such beauty, ancient jagged rocks covered by beautiful trees, surrounded by nearly infinite ocean, and God's glory over all of it, His beautiful creation, His wind rustling through these trees. God, there is hope, there is life, and it is beautiful. Show us the way out. Show us the way to hope. Save us from our darkness. Let us not go back into that suffering and that despair. Let's always remember what you've done, the freedom that you've given us. Let us live the freedom you bought for us.